So that there is the Italian meringue method that you've learned in the macaroons, right? This one will be the Swiss meringue method. So the ingredients I have are egg whites, sugar, and then butter is measured and it is cold in the fridge. Okay, the questions, can we use espresso shot instead of instant coffee for the mocha ganache? Yes. How long to whisk after adding cream? No, the I will redo the caramel sauce. The cream should have blended with the caramelized sugar. There was crystallization before the caramelization happened. And so the addition of cream didn't go well with the caramel. We'll redo that again. Okay, and then you will know the right stages in which you can get the caramel. Okay, so now for this Swiss meringue, we will be doing a double boil. So I have a saucepan, right, of water, and then I have the another bowl. So obviously in a double boil, there is like about an inch of water in the saucepan, and this bowl should fit in the mouth of the saucepan, but the bottom should not touch the water there. So now I'll have my egg white added into this bowl, and then the sugar. Butter is measured in, cut into small cubes, and it is in the freezer. Fridge or freezer, but we just want it really very firm. So I'm just going to keep mixing this until the sugar fully dissolves into the egg white. So butter is there, and then it is firm cubes. So now I have to keep mixing this because with the heat from the water, the double boiler, you don't want the egg white to scramble up. So keep mixing. So the water is now starting to boil, and that's when the heat will move on to the egg white. So we want an eggless version of this in the place of egg white. For each egg, for 30 grams of egg white, you can use 30 grams of aquafaba. Aquafaba is the chickpea tin that you have and the liquid from that chickpea tin. Making at home is a bit tricky because you want that aquafaba to be pretty thick. And the process that we do where we pressure cook the dal, the chickpea, we don't have that fat into the liquid that we cook our chickpea. So the canned one works as good as the egg whites. The exact recipe where you replace every 30 grams of egg white, the equal measure of aquafaba. So you will know that the egg white and sugar is dissolved when the sliminess of the egg white is just changed, and then it's all a proper liquid. You can also put your finger into it to know that it is quite warm. Okay, now this is cooked up. I'm just going to remove the saucepan and get my stand mixer, bowl of stand mixer. So into the bowl of stand mix. So that's how the egg white looks. All sugar is fully dissolved and the sliminess is all gone. Now this I'm going to beat using the wire whisk. While it is still hot, you beat that on high speed. I'm just going to check the stage in between. It's soft peaks. We'll just allow it to run for a little bit more time. For macaroon, the stage is different. For buttercream, it is a bit different. But obviously, this is meringue Swiss, which means there is no water coming into picture. It's just egg whites and sugar. When it's beating on high speed, I think this consistency looks good. Okay, so that is quite stiff. I'm going to put it back and then add the chunks of the butter as the beater is going on. So the chunks are hard. I'm adding like a chunk or two at a time and waiting for the chunk to get incorporated. I just added like half the butter. I just want to show how the consistency looks. You don't have to worry because it will try and turn liquid at the stage, but it is all going to come together. So I can see some chunks of the butter as well there. So not to worry. Continue beating, keep it on high speed and add the butter little at a time, 1 cube at a time. Now, not all butter is added, but again, another stage that you may think you have to be worried about, but you don't have to, which is that bit of curdling, if you can see. It looks curdled, right? So don't worry at this stage as well. Continue adding the butter, high speed. So you can see after the addition of all the butter and beating on high speed, the curdle texture all will go. But I'm just going to scrape it down for 1 or 2 bits of the butter that is not combined well. I just wanted to beat again. You can see it is all nice and creamy, right? But I'm going to put it back again and then beat. I'm going to read through the questions in a while. You can just keep writing your doubts about your Swiss meringue or any meringue buttercream. Now I'm just going to switch this beater to paddle, but because this would have incorporated some air. And now paddle will just smoothen out and remove all air and then make the buttercream quite creamy. Okay, now this one is quite good. Let me just take the bowl. So Swiss meringue or Italian meringue buttercream are like the best to go with macaron filling. I'm just reading through the doubts. Double boil aquafaba with sugar, right? Yes, exactly the same. Just replace egg whites with aquafaba and then proceed. How to do chocolate flavor? Add ganache into this or add melted chocolate into this. Ganache also works. And how much strong chocolate you want, just keep adding ganache and then beating it, it will come together. And once you know that the chocolate flavor is quite right, you can just stop.